Okay, we are live. So we're live right now in my Facebook group, Financial Literacy for Women Business Owners, on my business page, and also over on YouTube. So everybody, say hi to Amy.
Hello, we're live everywhere. How
We're
fun
live
is that?
all over the place. Yes, indeed. So while we wait for people to join,
I've heard a lot about this Facebook group of yours. It is very special. You all are very popular because Jamie and I have talked about you all a lot. You're kicking butt, making things happen. So I am honored to be with you, ladies. This is so fun.
we have a few select men too that we let in the group.
And gentlemen, hello.
Despite the name, we are inclusive. And everybody I think is really excited for you to come in here too. I'm really excited to have you. So let's catch up. Let's real quick. Yesterday, Amy and I hung out pretty much all day, although Amy was on live the whole day. I still don't know how in the world you do. And I've seen you all morning too. I'm just like, girl, you better like put some sweatpants on and Netflix this weekend.
Right? I might not have a voice at the end of this, but we're doing it.
I like the t-shirt too. I felt like today was a t-shirt day as well. We were dressed like yesterday too. So
yes, we were twins yesterday and now today we're doing t-shirts. We're on the same vibe.
Absolutely. Awesome. We got lots of people in here. Okay. So first I want to say, if you're commenting from the Facebook group and you want to make sure that we can see your name, go hit the button above for StreamYard to give permission to see your name. Otherwise you just look like Facebook user and that's sad. So I want Amy and I to be able to see your names when you comment. Okay. So we got lots of people. We've got 50 something people in here right now. So that's great. So here's what I want to do first. Is we'll give a little bit of a background for people who don't know what this is. I think at this point though, if you're in this group, if you're on my email list, you've probably, or if you walk the planet Earth, you probably know who Amy Porterfield is, but we'll talk about it. And then I also want to hear from some of you guys who have already enrolled. We've got a ton of people from the group that have enrolled. I think I don't even know the number now. I think it's 85. No.
So
that can't be right.
85? That is
I think we've got 85. Awesome. Yeah. So goal is 100. So you guys, we got like a couple hours left. This is literally like we're in the final hours, the final countdown happening right now. So just some quick background while we wait to hear from you guys is I took DCA last year. You guys have all heard my story about how it transformed my business, took my business from, living the one-to-one, dollars for hours life, the exhaustion that comes from that, to the freedom that I have now in DCA, and led me to the place where now I got to hang out with Amy all day and go on live stream, and lots of you guys were on there as well. So obviously it's meant a lot to me. So I want to show her to the world, and to my world, and a lot of people. So a lot of the people in this group, Amy, are most of them are business owners or self-employed individuals. And so it's been an interesting time, obviously, for people in that space. Most of them don't have online businesses. Maybe they have some other type of business and they're trying to figure out like, okay, how do I pivot in this COVID world? Or how do I get into a situation where I have a backup plan or I have another stream of income? So I would love, any thoughts that you have for people who are in business right now, maybe a totally different kind of business, and are thinking about this online world and whether this would work for them.
Such a great question. And so just to make sure I understood, a lot of people here have like a 9-to-5 job. Is that right?
They have their own business. So they are business owners. Yeah. Okay, so they own their own business, or they're self-employed. Maybe they're a self-employed hairdresser or photographer, or they have a business with a few employees, but they've struggled in the COVID world, just with everything going on, as so many have.
Yes. Okay. So the first thing I want you all to hear is that there has never been a better time in history to create a digital course. And here's why. I've been around doing this for 11 years now. Before that, I got to do it inside of Tony Robbins' world. And so that's what got me interested in it, went out on my own. And so if I've been watching for the last 11 years, and I've always seen an increase in those that are willing to experiment with a digital course to learn. So your audience, we've always seen a slow increase, but then COVID hit. And what happened was people were literally sent home, quarantined, and the only way to learn a hobby or something for their profession was through a digital course. And I think what happened is that so many people had to learn that way and realized, holy cow, this is so cool. I love this. I don't have to travel anywhere. I don't have to spend money or time, or I don't have to spend time or extra money that I typically would spend on travel to actually learn. And here I am in my comfy yoga pants, enjoying something and learning something. Your world, your audience just got bigger. So if you've ever thought about creating a digital course and you're like, I don't know, my friend, your patience just paid off. You have just come in at the most perfect time. Now, with that, you have your own business, whether you are a hairstylist or you do accounting, bookkeeping, or anything in between. You have a business. And so you have an expertise. So I'm speaking to a bunch of experts right now, which is really fun because sometimes I talk to an audience and they're like, I have no idea what my skills are. I don't know what I would ever do. And you all have skills that are working for you. Now, maybe the world, because it's changed due to the pandemic, you need a pivot. So I want to tell you that your digital course that you have in you right now might have nothing to do with your business. And so let me give you an example. One of my students, she's a corporate banker, and she had done that for many, many, many years. But her side hustle, something that she loved to do, was photography. Specifically, she loved to do boudoir photography. So that's something she dabbled with and enjoyed. Then she decided, I'm quitting my job. It was before the pandemic. I don't want to be a corporate banker anymore. So she decided to do it full time. And she was booking gigs for $5,000 a sitting. And everyone in the photography world wanted to know, how are you getting those $5,000 sittings? Boom, she had a course. So she did her photography business, but then she taught how to get these clients in as well. You might have a side hustle or an idea or a hobby. Let me tell you one more story. One of my students is a video editor and producer, but she loved her hobby of turning clay into dishes and bowls, these beautiful dishes and bowls. So she's like, I want to create a digital course, but I don't want it to do anything with my profession. Like I'm kind of burned out and over that. So she wanted to create a digital course teaching other people how to what is called throw clay pots, which is clay, a lump of clay into something beautiful. But she didn't want to teach it herself. So she asked her instructor, who was an older woman that had no desire to learn marketing or anything about digital courses. She asked her instructor, will you teach in my course? I'll do the course curriculum with Digital Course Academy. I'll do all the marketing that Digital Course Academy teaches me. I'll do all that, but will you show up and teach? And she said, yes. They made $33,000 with that one digital course based on a hobby. You have a digital course in you. You do, especially the group I'm speaking to now.
Well, and I think that is actually one of the things that I've been talking to a lot with people who have been asking me questions about DCA, which is, I think a lot of them feel like it has to be based on their profession. And I'm like, what is the dream of your heart? What's the thing that you love? And I talk about Danira, right? Danira, who I found out yesterday was working at Chuck E. Cheese. Did you not, I did not know that.
Can you even believe, I just got chills right now because of where her life is now.
And now she teaches people to make these, which, I can't get, which I really
try it. I ate mine last night.
I have really tried to hold out, but this thing may not make it to the plane. But she's having 6-figure course launches teaching people how to make caramel apples. You don't have to teach people how to make more money. You don't have to teach people anything like that. It can be something that you love, right? And you can do so well with it. And then not only do you get to, make a living and a good living at that, you can go after the passion of your heart. So I think a lot of people are in that stage right now with COVID where they're like, do I keep going with this business? Do I pivot to something different? What would I pivot to if I did? It does not have to be something that you've done. Okay, I'm going to go to some comments really quickly because I know we've got quite a few people on here. So I can't tell. Make sure you give permission so we can tell who you are. Okay, so I don't know, but somebody signed up, and I'm really excited.
And so nervous. It's okay if you're nervous. It's okay. It actually gets you to want to jump in and really do the work. So don't even worry about the nervousness. We got you.
Yay, we got another one. I can't see you guys.
So what do they need to do?
Last year? So on StreamYard, because it's in a private group, and this is being streamed outside the group as well, they have to go up. There's a link at the top where it asks, StreamYard asks for your information to give permission. So,
gotcha. Okay.
Most people have. Let's see. Okay. So, all right. Here's Nicole. I know Nicole signed up, so she's really excited to join.
Yes, Nicole.
And Kat, you're gonna love it, Kat. You're gonna love it. I'm also so excited for those of you who are signing up through me. There's extra bonuses that are thrown in as well. jamietroll.com/ DCA. You can check all of them out. But one of them is, and this is the one that most people are the most excited about, we're doing group monthly happy hours via Zoom, which I'm so jazzed about right now.
That's going to be fun. Do you see this question from April? This is a really good one. Can I read it?
Yeah, please do.
Okay. I don't know how to put it on the screen, but
I'll find it. Oh, here she is. April.
Okay.
Great.
It's a big one. So, if I recently launched a course on time management, dang it was before I knew about DCA. Tell me if DCA can still help me sell it better. Example, can it help me make my sales page on Kajabi better? Yes, it can. Make my webinar better? Holy hell, yes, it can. Improve my sales and marketing, ads, organic traffic, example. Okay, so you could take it down so they could see us, but oh my goodness, I'm so glad you asked this question. 75% of people that get into Digital Course Academy have small email lists and have never created a digital course before. And then 25% already created a course and they want to make it better. Especially they want to make their members area better, their sales page better, their webinars better, and their email marketing better. And so we actually have an entire module 4, how to create a sales page that will convert for only digital courses. It's like a sales page digital course. And we teach you how to do it in Kajabi. And I give you my sales page template in Kajabi. So you literally get to copy what I do and then change colors and fonts and make it your own. And in addition to that, I teach you slide by slide by slide how to do webinars. So if y'all have never done webinars before, believe me, I know it's scary the first time out. So I teach in mind that you're probably scared that technology might freak you out a little bit and you have no idea what to put in your slide deck. I cover it all. So yes, if you already have a course and you want to make it better, you will love everything I teach in DCA.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people, I've talked to quite a few people that are in that space where they're like, oh, the investment is a lot. I'm going to try to do this myself. That would have been me. Like I literally would have been that person had I not spoken with Amy on the phone, through like crazy situation. I would have been I'll figure it out. I'll try it myself. And then maybe next year, if I need it, I'll do it. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I didn't burn that time trying to figure this all out without like that roadmap. And that's totally me. So my heart goes out to people who are like that. They're like, I'm scrappy. I can figure it out. You can, but at a minimum, 50% of what I made through my courses was because of the way that Amy taught and things I never would have thought to do. So cool. 100%. Okay. So let's see, make sure we're going to do, and I'm on the fence because DCA closes today. Digital Course Academy done 4 p.m. Pacific. So we're like in the final hours. And I think this is usually the best. So if anybody has things that they're on the fence about, give me what you are on the fence about. And we will take a look. Let's see. Okay. So Jenny has a question. Jenny says, if your course, can you see it, Amy?
Yeah.
If your course will be based on your profession, divorce attorney, how do you give specific actionable advice when you don't know the specifics about the student situation? Oh, this is such a good question.
Yeah. So let's see, I have a process to prepare your finances for divorce, but there's different info if they have a 401k versus pension versus IRA, or if they own a business. Okay, so this is great. So of course you can't teach everything you know in a digital course. So let's say you have students, you can't teach, and let's say you have clients and there's like 50 different scenarios of your clients. That's not what you'd put into your digital course. So the way you decide is you think, okay, and I help you in module 3 when you outline your entire course, but let's say you just named I think 4 different things that come up, whether it be the pension or the IRA or whatever it might be. So you create your digital course and you say, all right, so at this point, I'm going to help you with your finances. If you're this, here's what you do. If you're this, here's what you do. It's almost like choose your own adventure a little bit inside your digital course based on that. I have to do it all the time. So if my students are different and based on their expertise or what they want to teach, I have to say, okay, if you want to teach it this way, here's what you do. If you want to teach it this way, here's what you do. And one of the cool things is that you can create guides in your digital course. You don't have to be on video or do your slides and audio for every scenario. So one cool thing you could do is you could say, all right, based on your decision here, go into the guide and I'll tell you what to do. I love to create PDF guides and I teach you how to do them inside a Digital Course Academy. So you're going to take maybe the main themes you see that are most common. You're going to teach those in your digital course.
Yes, I love that too. And that resonates with me because my ICA can be pretty broad from just a different types of businesses perspective. And so that has been one of the things that was hard for me at first. And then I used kind of your strategies in DCA, and I really did the same thing where if there was something that was specific to a group, I maybe made a bonus module for that group that spoke to them. So for example, one big thing in finances is like, are you an S Corp? Are you an LLC? Are you, those all have slightly different answers. And I didn't want to muddy up the water of my main content. So I would make kind of side content to speak to specific issues. So you can definitely do that. And then also just make sure you don't need to teach all of it, right? I think like Amy said, you don't need to teach all the things because that's going to overwhelm people. Pick what they need to know. And she's going to teach you exactly how to do that and how to outline that like so well. Because when I first did my outline, oh my gosh, my course would have been like 700 modules long.
Right? Exactly. You got to pull
and then
back.
Like, what do they need to know? I'm like, okay, all right, got you.
Yes.
Okay. Let's see. Jody said she woke up at 3 a.m. Jody's in. I saw Jody was in. She woke up at 3 a.m. writing an outline. That's
okay, Jody, I love you.
That's the excitement you feel when you're like, I'm in. Let's do this. I love it. Okay. I can't see who this is, so you can tell me below. But Facebook user says, I have a 9-to-5 and started a side hustle in February. I feel like I don't know enough about the side hustle yet to do a course. Ooh, good question. Should I do one using the knowledge I have from my 9-to-5? One is tax and side hustle is interior design. Two totally different things. Great question.
Okay, so in Digital Course Academy, in Module 1, Lesson 1, I take you through the course creation sweet spot. There are 4 quadrants. Number 1 is your skill set, knowledge, and know-how. We really dial in, where is your expertise? And it might be in a few different things, some hobby, some profession. But we talk about that. 2, we talk about who you want to serve, who your ideal community is. What are their challenges, their needs? How can you help them solve those? Module 3 is, what have people paid for before? I would like to see your very first course you create be something that people have spent money on in different ways or consume content like in a podcast or a documentary or a book or something like that. I want there to already be an interest out there for what you're doing. Makes it easier for your first course. And the 4th quadrant is what lights you up and what do you love to do? So if you want to teach interior design, and I bet that's the one that lights you up the most, but your expertise is, you're like, I'm not an expert in it yet. I love it and I enjoy it, but I wouldn't say I was an expert at teaching it. Then you want to hone in on that. In the meantime, maybe create your first course based on your expertise in your business. But it reminds me of one person I got to tell you about. Remember yesterday you met Audrey Tom at my house?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Audrey, she has a fashion blog, and her digital course helps you with the foundational pieces of your wardrobe. But she said, Amy, I almost didn't create the course because I am not a certified stylist. I don't have certification to style people. I just styled my friends for a long time and I was really good at it. And so I knew that I could style inside a course. It's like styling my friends, but inside of a digital course. And so just know that imposter syndrome is alive and well in all of us. And Audrey, who had a $107,000 digital course launch, she thought, maybe who am I to be creating a course? Maybe I'm not good enough. And believe me, she was. So just be very careful what your mind starts to tell you.
Yeah. I mean, that's something that I even dealt with in this, and I'm certified and have 13 years of a great corporate career. And still for me, because it was slightly different than what I had done before, and I wasn't an educator before, I dealt with a lot of that imposter syndrome too. And you just have to do it anyway. And the more you do it and the more you see the results that you have on people and the impact that you can have on people and how you can help them, that just fuels you. And it doesn't get rid of it, but it definitely helps you kind of overcome that and realize, you know what, I'm going to put that aside because it doesn't matter.
Oh, good. Yes.
Just real quick. Oh, Liza was talking about how I won't do anything if I don't see an ROI. That is true. That is true. And there is 100% an ROI or 10x an ROI on this. Liza actually has a bonus that she's added. A lot of you guys know Liza. I'm the numbers girl. She's the visual girl. She does all my branding. She's my branding specialist. She does all my pictures that you see. Liza has added a bonus to DCA too. If you buy through my DCA link, you can get Liza's bonus where she can teach you how to create amazing graphics for your launch and some social media templates to go along with it. So Liza's amazing. And if you move to Nashville, she can come take your pictures for you too. You already have a photographer.
So cool.
Okay, let's see. So I started listening to DCA, and Amy referenced an accountability pod. Yeah, let's talk about that.
Oh, I'm so glad we talked about that. So one of the things that makes my program special is that I deeply care that you keep yourself accountable and you keep showing up and you get to the finish line. So I don't want you to buy this and then put it on the shelf and say you'll get to it sometime and never do. You don't have to start it right away. A lot of people's lives are busy right now. You can start it a month or two down the road, but I want you to start it. So what I suggest is you get an accountability partner or an accountability pod where you basically find people in Digital Course Academy that just joined alongside you and you meet with them every single week. It's a quick meeting check-in, but people are waiting for you to hear, did you do what you said you were going to do? And as entrepreneurs, we all need accountability partners. So this pod, it might be a group of people that you choose, but small. And they're going to be your people as you go through DCA. So we have a system put in place to help you find these people right from the get-go. So the minute you get into Digital Course Academy, go into our private Facebook group. It's live and well already. Class starts on September 21st, but we decided to open the Facebook group early so you all could get to know each other. So get in there, and in the very top, you'll see some options of how to get into your accountability group. It will be in there.
Yeah, and we are also, so I've had some people who have bought the experience through my partner link, and they were wondering about accountability pods within it. So I would also love, we're going to help people kind of structure out. We haven't figured out exactly what that looks like, but if you guys want to be in accountability pods with other group members that have bought through me, then that's even better. So we're going to kind of work on that. Once we have a full list of everybody who bought after today, we're going to start working on that too, to kind of group some of you guys together into pods. And then you can have the happy hours, and then you also have your pods. So lots of accountability.
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Courtney's signed up. That's
all right, Courtney, look at that cute little dog.
I need you guys, if you're on the fence and you've decided to sign up, like, go tell us, because I'm going to put it up here and tell Amy you just decided.
So fun.
Okay. So what type of help do you provide with marketing this virtual course?
Oh, a lot of help. So 50% of the course is how to create a course that will get your students results. We talk roadmap and course creation and how to teach inside of a course. That part's important. But the other half of the course is all about how to sell it, how to promote it. So I teach you an entire strategy, an entire funnel, everything you need to know, from growing your email list with webinars. So you're going to do webinars. You're going to grow your email list with webinars. You're going to sell on your webinar. Believe me, it's easier than you think. I'll teach you. You're going to use email marketing and social media, and a course focused freebie, a lead magnet you create that will attract an ideal audience that's going to be ready to buy. So we do a lot. We talk a lot about the type of marketing, but I don't just tell you, I teach you how to do it. I don't assume you know how to do webinars. So I show you slide by slide by slide. I don't assume you know what to write in an email to get somebody to buy your digital course. So I show you what to write. So we have a lot of templates, so you don't have to start from scratch. There's a huge focus on marketing.
Yeah, that was my favorite stuff. I talked about that with you yesterday on the live stream. All the stuff for marketing was gold. And so you had two courses before that you kind of put together, right? It was how to create a course and how to market a course. So it's you're getting and there's even a training in there about Facebook ads. There's a bonus training. Yes. You can just walk through and do exactly what they do. There's a ton in there. Okay. So Proof Consulting just signed up. Yay! So glad.
Welcome.
So glad. So Lindsay is on the team. Lindsay was my first buyer. She bought right on the second that it opened. Lindsay was like, I'm in. And I love the tenacity. I'm impressed by that. Okay, let's see if we have any more questions at all, because I know you probably are busy today.
I'm just glad we did this. These are really great questions. You have people in this group that are genuinely just making sure they're making the right decision. These are great questions.
Yes, 100%. These are, and I want to get to one last question, because I've heard it a couple of times from people, which is, what if I don't have a list?
Okay.
So I've had some people that, because they're pivoting business and they're looking at different options, but they don't have a list, or they have a very small list.
So if you have 0 people on your email list, I don't teach list building from scratch inside DCA. So I'm not going to teach you how to set up your email service provider or create a lead magnet from scratch or any of that. But if you have already started to grow your email list and say it's small, so it's 200, 250 people, somewhere around there. I always say get into Digital Course Academy because launching will help you grow your email list. When you're creating your course, you could also grow your email list. And I teach list building. So it's at my core. I talk about it all the time, no matter what program I'm in. And so we'll put a focus on growing your list, but I don't teach you how to start it from scratch.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I started DCA, I had 350 people on my list. By the time, like 3 months later, when I actually launched, I had 3,000 people on my list. So part of it,
superstar. That is so
part of it is
incredible.
just like you have to find a strategy that works for you. One of my DCA bonuses is talking about list building from the standpoint of growing a Facebook group. So you
guys,
get a whole guide on.
That's a big bonus. That I actually wish Jamie would come in and just teach my students how to do that. That's a very big bonus. I think starting an email list with a free Facebook group is brilliant. It is very doable. And the fact that I didn't know that was one of your bonuses. Get DCA just for that bonus. That is so powerful.
It's going to be good. So I've put all the things into it for that, just so that you can kind of see exactly like some of the tricks of the trade, the things you don't see out there that you can do to help grow an engaged Facebook group that will also buy, right? Because that's the goal, is for them to actually buy. So that's part of it. I also have a profit planning. Obviously, you guys know I have to put something in there for finances. So there's an amazing worksheet bundle that's all about making sure you're going to be profitable in your launch, because I don't care how much revenue you make. I want you to make profit that you can put in your pocket. So we're going to have a whole training on that, plus our accountability happy hours. We got all kinds of stuff. And you get all Amy's bonuses too. So that's a question I get a lot too. You still get all of Amy's stuff too. So let me see. I think I know Amy's got to run, but I do want to answer this one super quick if you can.
Oh, I love this one. How about people that aren't tech savvy? Well, you're looking at a girl that's not tech savvy. And I
two of them. Two.
Okay, so we get it. So listen, if all the tech would go away as an entrepreneur and we didn't have to do any of it, I'd be a happy camper. But that's not going to happen. So any course I've ever created over the last 11 years, every single one of them has had a focus on technology, because I don't expect you to know how to use technology to do a webinar. I don't expect you to know how to use the technology to build a members area. However, everybody coming into my program typically is a one-man or a one-woman show with a tight budget. So we don't suggest technology that's going to break the bank, and we don't suggest technology that you have to hire a bunch of people to learn how to use it. We teach you how to use it. I have an entire tech library where my resident tech guy, Dave Kaminsky, smooth, patient voice, will walk you through click by click by click to show you what you need to do in order to get your webinar up or in order to get your members area up. So we take the technology very seriously and we show you how to do it.
Yep. And that for me, like the tech library, I literally would put the video up and then I'd do the thing and then I'd like pause it, I'd watch it and then I'd do it and then I'd go. And it's just things like just connecting your webinar, all the things, like literally any question, I'd be like, okay, let me check the tech library and there would be a video on it. So for me, that was huge. Okay, it's a really big deal. So we're going to let Amy go because Amy has a big day today, but I need you guys just to give her some love. We've got lots and lots of love actually here for you guys.
Aw.
So,
listen, I want you all to hear that Jamie's been a superstar inside Digital Course Academy. She's one of our best students. So if you get to go into DCA with one of my star students, I don't know anything better than that. She can navigate things. She knows what she's doing. And this is Jamie's very first really big affiliate launch. And I just want you to tell you, she's like already a superstar as a partner of mine. Like what she does, I feel turns to gold, but I know it doesn't just come easy for her. She works at it and she understands it, and you get all that value. So you are in beautiful hands if you go in through Jamie. I hope you take her up on this opportunity. She's there to support, and she knows how to get success with my program because she's one of my star students. So I hope you'll all join us inside DCA.
I'll take that endorsement. And I'll be there too. I'm an ambassador. So I'll be there even in the group helping you out there too. All right, Amy. Well, good luck today. We will be talking later. I can't wait to see how everything goes.
I know.
And remember, you guys, I have to check the numbers board, but I'm as of earlier, I think I'm at least 13 or 14 away from the goal. So I need you guys.
Let's get it. 100. Let's make it happen.
100. All right.
Bye,
Amy.